You guys see my screen share? Cool.
Yes.
Of course, a second. I'm going to hit record. I get a call coming on my phone. Kick that off. All right, perfect. So the concept is simple. We're local agents. We want to get local eyeballs to build new clients to work with. It's that simple. It doesn't need to be any more overcomplicated. And that's what exactly we're going to get into. Like I had mentioned, we're going to take all of our basic fundamentals of what we've done over the last 5 weeks and kind of loop it into, okay, this week we're doing this. We're going to get 15 posts put together and start taking action moving forward on actually growing this brand. So the hardest part, and it's like basic, but it's always everybody's most difficult bit. Yes, you have to post consistently. Christy, I'm going to give you props on that. You were saying it. You are on every day with it. Yes, you do have to come up with ideas. Nobody's going to make them for you. Yes, you have to be on camera. There's no way around that. And I like the fact that I actually wrote that there's no way around that as my next thought is that naturally just go off of it. These are kind of unbreakables. There's no way to work around these facts of life. You have to be consistent. You have to have thoughts about what you're going to talk about, and you have to get comfortable being uncomfortable on camera. You're going to get better. It's going to get easier, but this is the first step. Okay, why this is worth doing. You're already working with people. We've said this multiple times. You're working with people, they're working with you because they trust you. There's an ocean of people that are in the same scenario. You want to build trust with those people. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, that's the driving force for getting in front of those strangers. There's so much drive right now from social media, people asking questions, Google, people asking questions, Chat GPT, and now it's actually driving to social media. It's the lowest barrier of entry where you don't have to spend any money to produce immediately, and it's scalable. You start free, you get better, it makes a result, you enhance, you add on, you do ads, you do this, you do that. But the easiest part is anybody could take out their phone, get scripts, make content, and post today. Okay. Step one, I'm kind of just going cliff notes on everything. Identify your voice. Don't be the person that talks to everybody. Do you sell condos? Do you sell single family? Are you an upsizer? Are you a relocation agent? Do you serve 55 plus? Do you serve first time home buyers? 80% of your business is one client demographic. Talk to those people, service those people because that's who already you service at a high level. You already know those questions, you already know those scenarios. So rather than you trying to flip into a niche that you have to learn or something that's not authentic, you're going to talk to the people that you can relate to, the people that are already on the same level as the people you're already servicing. Um, Easiest things that agents are missing, the conversations you're having every day. Yes, you have them every day. Yes, you talk to your client on the same thing and reiterate, but the client's asking you that question. And I want you to pay attention to why they're asking you that question. They don't know something and they trust you to give them that knowledge. So I know I sound like I'm a broken record repeating myself, but that's what people are seeking. They're asking questions and they want the person who has the knowledge. So same thing like you're servicing your clients and they're answering those questions, whether it's process, it's cost, it's market, it's lifestyle, whatever it is, they see you as the authority. So flip that same authority that you already have with the people that you have rapport with and speak to people just like that. Half of the battle on social media is looking as if, God, what was it? Boiler Room. If any of you seen Boiler Room back in the day, there was Ben Affleck had a line where he goes, "Act as if," right? You guys don't even have to act. Like you do the deals, you do the business. So just act as if the person that you're talking to on social media is your client that you already have down your funnel. You know, they're asking you a question and you're telling them what the facts of life are, and they're going to rely on you. Um, I like this bit, and I actually want to read off of this. You guys probably get my style that I hate reading off of my slides. I like grabbing them for cliff notes. If your clients are asking this question, strangers are searching it. I cannot like beat that thought into everybody's head enough. The clients that you're not working with are asking the exact same question that your clients are asking. So let that part be like the PTSD in your head in the middle of the night where you're like, that's the question. That's the one. That's the video. Hey Shayla, I saw you jumped in. Your two paths, right? I don't want anybody overcomplicating it. Lifestyle around where you're servicing and info content. I'm actually going to share a prompt later with this replay. A lot of you that done one-on-ones with me, we kind of developed this prompt, but I'm going to share it out in a very refined one that I've done between all the one-on-ones, where it's basically copy and paste for everybody. Developing the lifestyle topics. I'm going to show here in a second a video where it's going to go into showing how the prompt develops. Um, the info content is super simple. I give everybody the same homework assignment when we do one-on-ones. I suggest you do the same thing in your own life. What are the questions that your clients are asking? Just write them down and then think to yourself, like, how can I phrase this in a way where it'll get people to pause? And it's literally that simple. Like, is it escrows got adjusted and mortgage payments just went up? That's a great video we could talk about. Is it affordability with condos? Is it what condos can you qualify for? Is it what beach town you want to live in? Right? Like those are your info questions. Lifestyle is simple. Just talk about retail, talk about restaurants. I'm going to show that here in a second. Oh, perfect. Lifestyle content explained. Where are people eating? Where are they spending their time? What do their weekends look like? What events are they gonna go to? What restaurants? What parks? What retail plazas are opening with the new TJ Maxx or Marshalls or whatever? Like people want to know where they're gonna spend their time. This is such a slept on topic, but you know, it's funny is I'm seeing a handful of agents in sub markets like there's one guy in Fort Lauderdale, there's one guy in Orlando where they only do this lifestyle content and they produce like crazy because they just niche down on like, I'm going to be the person that's the authority for what you do here in Fort Lauderdale or what you do here in Orlando. This one is so simple and so easy to execute on. Info based, buying and selling questions, what markets are getting explained, right? Like this is such a good one. The market, like people are asking, how's the market? How's the market? You can make that video 15 times in 1 week. How's the market for single family? How's it for relocation buyers? How's it for condos? How's it for multifamily? Like you could be just the how's the market person, and that's a whole Instagram page. Common misconceptions. That's a whole series. Common misconceptions in the buying process, in the selling process, and then flipping it into like that viral stop sign of common misconception that you have to offer asking for every listing you see. A lot of the times listings sit on the market 90 days, 120 days, and those are the listings that you get to control the offer. Like that's a narrative, get buyers through that way. Process clarity. Consumers always want to know what's going on in the process. Like even if they're not transacting yet, they want to know, they want to FOMO, right? Like they want to feel like they're in it. They're like, oh, somebody else is buying a house. I want to know what's going on. Like that content kills. So I have two quick little videos that I want to show where it's showing the prompts here in action. So here's the first one. So this is it generating topics. So this is my prompt for being a local research assistant. I went super generic with mine for Palm Beach County. You want to narrow it down to a specific area that you service, but here you'll be able to see exactly how it works out where I'm feeding it, hey, I want topics, I want things to talk about local to Palm Beach County so that I could appear as an authority. And it's just running off here, right? Different art festivals, a wine fest, antique show, West Palm Beach Green Market, workshops for yoga studios and science talks. Like these are all different things to talk about locally. Once you start narrowing it down to cities, it kind of gets a little bit better. Restaurants to talk about, new ones that are opening. Like I'm gonna pause right here so you can look at this alone. If you just want to talk about restaurants, you have one, two, three, four restaurants, three restaurants, and Palm Beach International Airport's dining expansion, which is a whole viral topic on its own. This is 5 videos right here that should get you 1,000 views plus each. And then it kind of goes into some of the residences that are going on. Like lifestyle is super easy. Now you take those topics and you feed it into this next part where I give you the prompt, you slap in the topic, and it's now going to make you a whole script for that. So mine was Flagler with 2 buildings that are going up. So this one took, you might have noticed a subtle change happen around Flagler lately, and no, it's not just another building going up. And then it goes into talking about how this building is one of the only ones that's going to have island views and water views and downtown walkability and blah, blah, blah. If you're the person that's selling condos, like that's killer. People care about that stuff. You want to be relatable to the audience, right? Like if you're the downtown West Palm Beach guy and you have a crowd that you know is going to care about walkability and how close they are to their retail space and the whole nine, like that's exactly what you want to talk about. Hold on a second to get my presentation back up. I don't know why it's not going full screen. What is going on here? Sorry, guys, technical difficulties. There we go, I think. Okay, so I put up an example here. All of you have heard me say this one, but I think it's the easiest one to relate of how you flip boring topics into creative, right? Your escrow payment might change, right? Escrow holdbacks, mortgage payment changes. Your mortgage payment just went up and has nothing to do with your interest rate. Boring topic, but it's a stop sign to get somebody to listen to you. Your mission, use the scripts, plug them into teleprompters for CapCut, and start recording. You're going to get better. The only way you get better is by taking the action and doing it. I'm going to share a new revised editing video. I'll try to get it done today so I could circulate it. So if it doesn't come out on the replay email, it'll come out probably with the next email, but I'm going to try my best to get it pushed out today. I'm going to show you guys how to cut in CapCut. Super simple, not anything crazy, just very basic. We're going to go into an example video of what you want your content to look like. I'm going to show exactly this, how to do the edit, how to put on captions, and how to make it sustainable. That all you have to do is plug in for a little bit, get your topics, record it, chop it up, and let Instagram do its thing for you. Now I have two perfect example videos of topic and then lifestyle. So both of these are done by hand, by agents, no editors, like very simple. We have one, my friend Eric, who did a topic about banning investors in purchasing homes. Hopefully it'll play.
Okay, Trump wants to ban institutional investors from buying homes to fix the housing market. And I have some thoughts on this. It sounds great until you actually dive into the details. Here in Boca and all over Palm Beach County, the problem isn't investors, it's inventory. Institutional investors make up a tiny slice of purchases here. Most buyers are real people moving from New York, New Jersey, Chicago with equity, cash, and zero patience for losing out 5 times. So banning investors doesn't suddenly make South Florida affordable. It just means instead of losing to a fund, you're losing to a couple who sold their colonial in Long Island for 1.4 million and showed up grinning from ear to ear. And here's the part nobody says out loud. If you block investors, builders lose financing, which means fewer new communities get built, which means less inventory is available, less supply, same demand equals higher prices. That's not a fix. That's math on steroids. South Florida doesn't have a buyer problem. We have a land problem. You can't ban your way into affordability when there's nowhere left to
It's
go.
almost the
Everyone wants
same, but it
so,
doesn't.
yeah, it sounds like a strong headline, but housing doesn't need tougher rules. It needs more roofs, preferably with impact windows.
So you could see
That's
basic
enough
topic
good
talking
ones.
about
Like
investors getting
ours
banned
is progressive.
and it banged for
The
him.
only problem with that is he's not talking about like an investor like you and me. He's talking about institutional investors.
Yes, but it's the
So
hot topic.
those right. So he's kind of a little off on what he's trying to say here because Trump's not trying to ban investors. He's trying to ban institutional investors so they don't buy up all the property and then house everybody out of the rental market
So
and
you see
increase
what
the rentals.
you see what you just did? That's exactly what
Yeah.
he's aiming for. You're aiming for people to engage in your video, right?
Yeah.
So that it sparks and it goes more. This is a killer topic because it's what people are looking into. So it drives traffic. This is exactly what you want. Look through Brandon's page and look how many things you could poke holes at and look at all the comment warriors in there. That's what you want. People are commenting, telling you that
Yeah, I would
you're
never
wrong.
comment on this though.
If
I would never
people will-
comment on that.
People comment that you're wrong, but then that drives traffic for you to go get more eyeballs. This is on the money for what you want and getting views. And it's funny because these videos that he's been doing is on his second one now. They perform twice as well as anything else he posts. Listing videos, whatever, they don't matter. A lot of you guys locally probably know who Homes by Kusi is, Chris Cusimano. He did this awesome video a couple months back on the Deerfield Beach Pier, and it freaking crushed
This
it.
tiny stretch of Deerfield Beach just became the ultimate local hangout.
The pier is fully reopened with shady pavilions, ocean views, and it's free until January.
Open at 6 a.m. sharp, the Bait Shack is now open and your go-to spot for tackle, sunscreen, and beach snacks. The heart of Deerfield Pier is back.
Craving oysters? Well, you're in luck. Just 1 block away, Lucky Lou's opened up. We're talking about ice cold cocktails, fresh seafood, and chill vibes.
Then there's Amante, a family-run Italian spot serving Deerfield since 1975.
And coming soon, the Break House, a rooftop bar with breakfast, cocktails, and ocean views.
All this within a few sandy steps.
Your beach day just got an upgrade.
So which one do you want to hit up first? Let us know in the comments below. And if you're thinking about moving to or from Deerfield Beach, let the Homes by Kusi team know, because we'll love to help.
Now this was awesome.
That's
That
the-
was awesome.
That's the purest way to do
That is the
lifestyle
best.
content, because you're just
Yeah, that
talking
was
about
good.
the area and you're talking about what people are going to do. The easiest one is like you can go out and do stuff like this, physically recording it, or you could even just sit in your house, talk about all these places, have GPT make you an image like this for each and every
Yeah.
place and just slap it on the green screen.
I've been to the Break House too, a couple weekends ago. It was nice.
They were still building it when I was out there. I don't go there much. I'm in Boynton, so like driving.
It was like 2 weeks ago. They were open now for about a month, a little over
Oh.
a month.
Cool.
And yeah, we enjoyed the upper deck. The upper deck opens at noon on Sundays. Well, Saturdays and Sundays.
Super cool.
Yeah.
Okay. This part I can't stress enough. You don't need to go viral. You need to be relatable to the areas that you work and the people you want to work with. You don't need 100,000 followers. You don't need 100,000 views on a video. You need thought through followers with good views and good engagement locally.